In this video, we are creating Go's ultimate team in Pokemon. I will create a full squad of 6 Pokemon, all having great strength and compatibility. And no, this isn't just a full team of legendaries, because I'm creating the list of the Pokemon Go actually owns, rather than assuming what he'd own. Now, if you're wondering why I want to create the ultimate team for Go, we have to go back to when I was thinking about how Go's main goal is to capture every Pokemon in Pokemon Journeys. In order to obtain his dream, he would need to have at least a good set of powerful Pokemon on hand. To give you a quick heads up, this is all based on the anime logic and not the game logic, so don't be surprised if there are some repeated types. Let's start off with the Kanto region Pokemon that Go owns. For his Kanto region Pokemon, I think I will save the following. Scizor, because it's a pretty powerful Pokemon and we have seen it to be quite useful in battles. By the way, I'm counting Scizor as a Kanto Pokemon because Go caught it as a Scyther and you know what I mean. Raichu, a strong electric type with future potential. Giant Magikarp, because it's flippin' giant. Aerodactyl, generally a powerful mon by itself, and I like dinosaurs. As you may have noticed, Go's mostly caught Kanto Pokemon thus far, which is why I saved so many. For Johto, I'm saving Heracross, another powerful Pokemon that has good screen time. And Suicune, I think this one's pretty obvious. For Hoenn, I'm also saving Absol since it's typically good, although we haven't really seen much of it being used. Flygon, definitely a cool dragon type Pokemon that I would love to see more of. For Sinnoh, I actually don't have anything I want to save since Go hasn't caught many Sinnoh Pokemon. I wonder why that is. Maybe they could be saving it. For Unova, I'm also saving Darmanitan as it's a big scary fire type with a cool ability. And Golork because it's really big and strong. For Kalos, we don't have very many powerful Pokemon yet. Okay, I'm just messing with you. In Alola, I am only saving Alolan Exeggutor because you can tell it just looks powerful. For Galar, I'm saving Cinderace since it was Go's first Pokemon and is probably the ace out of his other Pokemon. Drizzile, Go tends to use this Pokemon a lot and the developmental stages are pretty nice to see. Arctozolt, although we don't know much about this Pokemon, it seems pretty good. Grookey, more of on the weaker side, but it can be effective if used on a more strategical side. What I mean by this is it's just smacking its opponent on the head with a stick. So Grookey doesn't really count, but I'll just throw it in anyway. Lastly, I will not save Eternius, even though it was caught by Go. It's not like he's ever gonna use it. Now it's time to create the ultimate team using the Pokemon that I saved. I'll actually start off with the Galar Pokemon that I saved only because, well, he's in the thumbnail. That's right, Cinderace is my #1 pick because when you think of Go's best team, Cinderace is the first to come to mind, and for good reason. Cinderace has been the longest time companion with Go because it was his first Pokemon he caught after all. Go's raised it ever since it was a Scorbunny back in episode 5 when he caught it. Before that, Scorbunny was only a wild Pokemon that was looking to fit in with others, which Scorbunny did by dressing up like a Nickit. Then after, Go and Ash arrived and brought Scorbunny's inner self out by giving Scorbunny confidence in itself. Going back to now, we've seen a lot of Scorbunny's growth into a reboot and finally Cinderace. At the start of their journey, Scorbunny wasn't that strong. In fact, the only couple battles Go had, he lost, like the battle against Hodge. This only encouraged them to keep building their strength, and soon enough, Scorbunny evolved into Reboot in episode 17. Reboot wasn't the brightest after its evolution, because Reboot is in the teenager stage of the cycle, and it continued to ignore Go for quite some time. Flashback to the Darkest Day arc, and while Go is battling, Cinderace evolves and knocks out a Milotic, which on its own is pretty impressive. Shortly afterwards, Go Cinderace battles against an Eternius along with Ash's Lucario and Pikachu. They all put up a good fight, and with the added help of 2 legendary Pokemon Zacian and Zamazenta, they defeat Eternius. In this time, Go Cinderace has also battled many other Pokemon, even Mewtwo. Of course, Cinderace lost to Mewtwo, but hey, the battle must have given them lots of experience. I think without a shadow of a doubt, Cinderace earns this spot on Go's ultimate team. With the Kantomons I kept, I'm picking one Pokemon. This Pokemon, who we all may know, is Scizor, although technically not a Kanto Pokemon, its pre-evolution is, and I'm counting it. Scizor, formerly known as Scyther, was one of the first decent captures of Go back in episode 6. Go used Scyther for the first time during the Flute Festival against Hodge, who we ended up losing to. Later on in this series, we saw Scyther appear briefly while Go was in Ceres Park. We learn that Scyther actually does train off screen, as well as Go's other Pokemon and Ash too for that matter. We don't see Scyther battle until we reach episode 56, where Go and Ash practice and battle with Wixrum, one of the Kalos Elite Four members. In this episode, we see more of Scyther's battling ability, but most importantly, we see it evolve into Scizor at the end. This leads to many possibilities in the future for Scizor, and it's already proven to be a more frequently used Go Pokemon, which is why it makes it onto the team. Moving on to the Johto region Mons. I will admit, Heracross was close to joining the Ultimate Team, but in hindsight, I think there are other more powerful Pokemon for Go's team. So joining the squad is of course Suicune. I don't know how you could have not seen this one coming. It's literally a legendary Pokemon. Go captures Suicune in episode 53, but not by battling it though, which is kind of questionable. While a group of Pokemon poachers was trying to steal Suicune, Go kind of just throws the Pokeball and immediately catches it. Since Suicune was already dealt intense damage, it was weak enough for Go to capture it. Go took off to the Pokemon Center while Ash stalls with the poachers. Go trips and releases Suicune, and Suicune being Suicune decides to say, "Ah, you pathetic humans. Why must you treat me with disrespect?" and hides in a tree because plot. Then Go rips a page from Ash's book and decides to help out Suicune. Later, the poachers arrive all angry and, well, let's just skip this boring part. So Go and Suicune activate the bond phenomenon and obliterate all the poachers. Eventually, Go pulls an Ash and quote-unquote tries to release Suicune, but it ends up not leaving Go because Go helped out Suicune earlier. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. Yes, Suicune is good and deserves to be on Go's Ultimate Team. I think if Go catches more legendaries down the line, they would probably fill up the Ultimate Team anyway. I mean, in the anime, legendaries are 10 times stronger than anything else, so it makes perfect sense. Next up, we have the Hoenn region Mons, and I'm adding both of the Pokemon I saved. First up is Absol. Go caught Absol in episode 64 Pokemon Journeys. Go and Ash meet up with the Absol after Hodge, the guy who faced Go earlier in the series, had trouble with the local hot springs. The local people accused Absol since it appears only when the hot spring water disappears. We find out later that Absol is trying to prevent a volcano from erupting. I'm not going to go too much into this because it's nothing really important. While Go, Ash, and Absol all try to prevent a volcano from exploding, Absol almost gets toasted, but luckily Go throws a Pokeball and saves Absol. Although in that episode we didn't get to see much of anything from Absol, I'm going to include it onto the team because it's usually a pretty powerful Pokemon, and judging by how Absol used its attacks, I think we can assume it's strong. Flygon was captured in episode 36, where Go and Ash explored a sandstorm that engulfed Mavel City, which turned out to be caused by Flygon. This sparked an intense raid-like battle with Go and Ash. During the battle, we see how powerful of a Pokemon Flygon really is, since it takes two people to combat it. After Go manages to weaken Flygon enough, he throws the Pokeball and captures the Dragonfly. The next time Go uses Flygon is against Zapdos in another raid battle. Flygon actually puts up a good fight, helping Go almost capture Zapdos. Judging by how the battle went, I think Flygon makes a perfect candidate for Go's Ultimate Team. Of course, we are skipping Sinnoh because there are no Pokemon worthy enough to be on the Ultimate Squad. Now we have Unova, Kalos, and the Alola regions left. Who will take the final seat for the Ultimate Team? Alright, I'll stop saying Ultimate Team. Okay, it's Golork, and this thing is just insanely large. Probably Go's beefiest Pokemon of all. Golork was found in the colossal ruins of Unova during episode 14. Both Ash and Go traveled there to discover what was lying in the ruins. After figuring out how to solve some of the puzzles, Golork appeared, and this is where the power of this dude shows. Go decides to do a raid battle and get everyone else there to tag along and all battle Golork together. The fact it took like 4 different Pokemon to battle and bring down Golork was insane. Not much else is known about Golork from there on after, besides that one episode in Cerise Park where Golork goes insane and completely terrorizes everything. Only by looking at Golork a couple of times it was on screen, it showed a lot more than most of Go's other Pokemon do. We haven't seen much of Go's Pokemon thus far, and hopefully Go will take more interest in battling other trainers. For the people who do watch my videos till the end, I want to thank you by giving you guys more of a community standpoint and something that has been long awaited. That's right, I now have a new Discord open for anyone who likes Pokemon or wants to be part of a wholesome community. All you gotta do is click the first link below and I'll see you guys there.